The pearl of the Indian Ocean, Sri Lanka is blessed with an unlimited and untapped supply of renewable energy resources. Unfortunately, due to the lack of proper management of these resources, the general public are forced to suffer due to intermittent power outages that disrupt their day-to-day lives.
Over the last few years, we have seen authorities urging the public to use electricity sparingly, especially when the drought period sets in during the month of March.
According to the Ministry of Power and Energy, Sri Lanka's national electricity grid is currently supported with 25% of hydropower energy, 73% of thermal energy, which includes 45% from coal, and 2% of wind and solar energy. Coal power stations have been mired in controversy, mainly due to health and environmental concerns. With Sri Lanka using just 27% of renewable energy sources, despite having a plethora of such options, the question rises as to whether such resources are being used in a fruitful manner.
When we look at the solar resources, actually we have more than 200,000 capacity in Sri Lanka. But when you look at the land availability and other matters, we can explore something like closer to the 20,000 megawatt of solar capacity in Sri Lanka. So we have something like 150 megawatt of biomass capacity. The overall wind capacity in Sri Lanka is something estimated as 170,000 megawatt. The barrier with the renewable energy is where there will be intermittency. But there are technical solutions for the intermittency also. By incorporating those technical solutions, we can easily connect the more and more renewable energy to the network.
Sulakshana Jayawardena of the Ministry of Power and Energy expressed the following views.
CB has proposed to connect 300 megawatts for a shorter period to provide uninterrupted continuous power supply as government policy. CB has planned to extend 100 megawatt of previous year power generators for another 6 month period, and also to follow tendering process which is now already finalized to promote demand side management, where we continuously requested electricity customers to minimize or prevent any unnecessary or various stages of electricity, and also to use efficient appliances, and also to draw attention on efficient usage of electricity.
Recently, the Cabinet of Ministers approved a proposal to install LNG, hydro and solar energy plants and to accelerate such ongoing construction. Meanwhile, a bright young mind from Sri Lanka has made a breakthrough discovery on how to generate renewable energy using sea waves.
Many developed countries in the world are conducting extensive research to discover such a technology, but the techniques that they discovered have not been successful. I can responsibly state that compared to the systems that I have designed, those models are at a very primary level. We have to cover a distance of 1 kilometer of the wave, but the cost to do that is very low. Through this design, the kinetic energy of the waves will be converted to renewable energy, which can generate electricity. In other countries, they use sea currents to generate electricity. They use kinetic energy to generate power, but here we will be using the entire energy stored in the wave to generate power.
Meanwhile, the Cabinet of Ministers has granted approval to procure 100 megawatt additional power capacity through competitive bidding. The 100 megawatt capacity is expected to be institutionalized in Pallekele, Hambantota, Horana, Galle, Mahiangane and Polonnaruwa. The Cabinet has also approved the plans to send fuel invoices directly to Ceylon Electricity Board by Ceylon Petroleum Corporation and not making payments to respective companies, as these companies are reluctant to enter into the fuel supply agreement with CPC.
While understanding that the completion of such projects would require some time, the question rises as to whether the public will have to experience power cuts this year as well.